Oh, hi everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Dragon Age Children of Thedas, where Alice is very kind, doesn't kill anyone, and no one tells lies. Okay, I'm just telling the truth. Why are you calling me out like that, Alice? What, you nervous? You feeling guilty? Are you feeling guilty,
Alice?
Keeps
telling me I kill characters. I did it one time because the player had to leave.
Sounds like you're feeling guilty to me, that's all I'm saying. Before we go around and say hello to everyone, I'm going to get the bot to spam you all with links. In these links is our social links where you can come and be a bigger part of the community. You can also find ways to support us, including our Patreon and our merchandise and all of those wonderful things. You can also find our sponsors information, so you can support the sponsors. Big thank you to Mage Hand Press and Bird and the Storm Publishing, who make the stream possible with their sponsorships. And of course, you can also check out all of the places online where we get discount codes, including tabletoploot.com for dice, erasavad.com for accessories, and rootinc.com for maps and cartography. Alice, why don't you take us around and introduce everyone?
Yeah. Oh, hi. I'm Alice, or White Rabbit Pick on Twitter, and I am your DM that hasn't killed anyone yet for this evening. I don't plan on killing anyone. This is another thing I'd just like to point out. But otherwise, we will go round and say hi. So say who you're playing for me. So we're going to start with Ambly.
Hello, I'm Ambly. I played a Canary Huldra. She is a medical user. She uses blood magic to usually hurt other creatures. She is a good person, I promise. She likes long walks on the beach and she likes drinking wine.
Yeah, I can go with that. And now we're going to hop down to Many-Eyed Monster of Jeff.
Hi. My name is Jeff Ellis. You can find me on Twitter at Many-Eyed Monster, where I write RPGs and RPG supplements. And today I am playing Harbeck Uthkarok, who is gonna have a really bad day, I feel like. Like he's in for a very bad day. Yeah, and that's me.
That's the spirit. Okay, now we're gonna hop over to the lovely Nassim. Hello.
Hello. I'm Nassim, and I'm playing your sweet, not so innocent grandma duster dwarf Harvey Azalea. And I may be the first to go. If anyone's gonna die, it's gonna be me. So, fingers crossed.
Oh, that's such positivity. Okay, we're gonna hop over to the lovely Avery. Hello.
Hello, my name is Avery. I'm playing the dwarven rogue Nara Paramus? With question marks? We're not sure on that one at the moment, but we'll figure it out. She's not dying, she's fine, and hopefully it'll stay that way. Her girlfriend, on the other hand, we're not so sure.
Yeah,
and also Ariana's having a rough time too.
Yeah, Ariana is low.
Big girlfriend.
Really low. So
Nara has 2 hands, she can do this.
And last but certainly not least, the wonderful Scratticus.
Oh, hi everyone! I'm playing Guzged-i-Dukan. Guzged-i-Dukan is a noble dwarf, almost royalty in fact, as far as dwarf society allows for it. And he is awfully suspicious of one dwarf in the party, sort of has a very close relationship with another dwarf in the party, and another one, Uthkarok, you know, we get along. I'm not sure, you know, there's some differences there, but we're passable. We get along, right? So and then of course there's the Canary. We've not really had much interaction yet, have we, Ambly? Maybe we should change that. Let's do something this week. Let's do something.
I love that. And then there's the Canary, whom I never speak to.
Well, I mean, I did free them from their chains, but apart from that, I was pretty much like, job done. You're all right now. Good luck.
Yeah. You're gonna tag along? Yeah, you're gonna tag along. But yes, last week our group entered the Fade, and it started off with Nara, Guzgid, and Harbeck in the Fade. It's one of my favourite scenes where it was Nara trying to coax Harbeck and Guzgid off of a rock in the Fade. And also Harvey and Huldra left on their own with Terrail, Ariana, and the dog, the lovely Trouble, whom
Thank you.
they left Terrail and Trouble behind on their own in an abandoned fort by a well. It's great. But we entered the Fade, and they found a crazy, bizarre warden who had been warped, probably from being in the Fade for too long. And it was just bizarre seeing this swirling sky, this green, the rocks floating and hovering. There doesn't seem to be a right way up in this place. Guzgid definitely thinks the sky is falling. And soon the group was reunited, very awkwardly, as they didn't know who to trust, if they were real or not. That was just a dragon going by. And finally, after following this warden, they approached almost like this big clearing. This looks like maybe once it was a great hall, but there are no walls anymore. This is just a stone floor where all these wardens stood, staring blankly, unmoving. And this strange, crazed, hunched-over warden would put his finger to his lips and say to you, "Do not let them hear you." I need you all to make a perception check for me, please.
Does hearing count for it?
Hearing does not count for it.
Not count for it? Okay. Oh, goodness.
Wow, Harbeck. That cube, like, taken all your attention.
Oh, yeah. I
My
had
God,
that.
there must be something for triple ones, right?
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I think
just,
you
you
get
just like, whilst you're standing upright, just fall over.
Is Harbeck unconscious again? Do we need to drag
Oh, darn
Harbeck
it.
again?
Oh, dang it.
Get
God
right
damn
to
it.
sleep again.
Alrighty, so 16 on my end.
16. Has everyone else rolled? Is it not
No,
rolled?
Never
sorry,
seen
sorry. I forgot that roll 20 is a thing that we do speak.
Yeah, no, I thought I had my roll 20 open. See?
Do you see? I'm just gonna punish myself by not plussing anything to make it
You're
faster.
gonna punish-
That's 3 ones!
Oh my, oh, I need,
Oh my God, what a hero.
I
Welcome.
swear to God.
just so you know, I'm going to use these nat ones.
Yeah,
Do
No.
I
it.
feel like that's fair.
Bring it,
Holder and Hardbeck just eat shit on the ground. Boom.
Holder and Harbeck
Yum,
is like,
it's like dominoes.
I mean, normally I'd think that an 11 was a bad roll, but in light of the situation...
That's doing great.
I rolled just, analog style because my page isn't open yet, and I got, 16, 2 6s.
Awesome.
Ooh, stunning.
Sixes. Okay, so
I think Holdra and Harbeck should do something together.
I already know
Like,
what's
both
gonna happen.
die.
No, I don't like that.
We're just
Oh,
like, I'm done. Like, fade out. So on a 16 for Nara and on a 16 with doubles for Harvey, first of all, Guzgid, you look around and you can see that all these wardens are looking up at the sky. And Harvey and Nara, you look around. You see Alia stood with them. Very much like the wardens, not moving, looking up at the sky. And as you're sort of creeping over this edge, this warden is like, shh. Like, quiet. And Huldra and Harbeck, as you follow and you move forward. Huldra, you don't realize Harbeck stopped in his tracks at the warden and you bump into him. You don't fall over, but as you do, you sort of get nudged into the side of one of these pillars. And a rock on the top tumbles and crashes and rolls down into this open area where all these wardens are. For a moment, nothing happens. And the sort of crazed warden looks at you, wide-eyed and horror-struck, as all the wardens' heads snap in unison and look towards you.
Well,
I think we should address this situation head on, just like the assembly, right?
Harbeck looks back at the group.
Fighting the wardens.
What do I do?
Back away.
Ho, friends! We come in peace!
God, no.
Huldra backs away slowly.
Don't, you bastard.
Is there like any kind of wall or anything that Nara can nope up and over?
Just a way to nope out. No.
Yeah, just any way to nope out.
You can run back down the stairs, but that's about it. This is an open courtyard where, like I said, maybe there were walls here once, but they have fallen, they have crumbled.
Can I nope behind a rock?
You can duck behind whatever rock you want to.
I want to duck behind the nicest rock there is.
It's a very Nara-shaped one, just to your right.
No, it's perfectly shaped.
This kid will sort of mutter to Harbeck and Harvey, who are probably within range. Start backing away. If this goes south, I'll catch up.
I don't. Oh. Adu can. You're not gonna talk to a bunch of wardens in the Fade. This isn't gonna work out for you.
Look, I'm not exactly stealthy, okay? Like, if you guys want to try and sneak away, I'll catch up. I'm pretty quick, but I'm not very stealthy, so I'll either lead them straight to you or distract them for a little while. You guys have fun.
You hear Nara hiss from the rock. It's like, you're not stealthy because you keep yelling shit.
I have one volume, Nar.
These wolves! As you have this discussion, the wardens stay staring at all of you. All of their mouths open, including Alia's.
Oh, I don't like it.
And a voice, almost as if they all speak in unison, comes out and echoes. The darkness has returned. The gates thrown open. He seeks to claim the throne once more. And Nara, in your pocket, that cube burns. Almost burns an actual hole in your pocket, and Harbeck, in your head,
Oh.
you hear a deep voice. One I can't do because I have a sore throat. But we must sacrifice. And Nara, your pocket bursts into flame.
She's taking it out and just like patting herself down, and she's got it like shoves it onto the ground and quick like behind this rock. She's trying to keep out of sight, I guess, and as much as she can, but you can probably see smoke coming up from behind this rock.
Gizgid puts
Damn it, these are nice pets.
Gizgid puts axe head on the ground with haft in hand and puts one foot on the axe, so he's almost taking the adventurer position. And is just like, oh, trying to take the gate again, is he? Well, yeah, that seems like a good thing, right? You all pumped?
You are met by silence. And then a few wardens as individuals start to scream,
Ugh.
start to warp. They start to disjoint, their limbs start to almost, you don't hear them breaking, but this is not a human form anymore as they start to pop and disjoint, and you see something growing out of them as these demons break through. I need you all to roll initiative as these 5 demons start to erupt from these Grey Wardens.
No, they're popping and locking. It's my worst nightmare. Initiative is just 3d6. Do we add deck to that, or?
You can in initiative, I believe.
Yeah, you add dex. I have initiative as a focus, so you must be able to add and it's in dex, so.
Ooh,
Please tell me Ali is not one of the ones popping at the moment.
it's not.
Okay.
You're alright.
For now. As alright as we can be.
Oh my god, I see what
is
day.
your rolling today?
I see what's gonna happen today. Got this. Gosh darn it.
Oh, jeez, oh man, oh man.
So, and I'm gonna roll for them as well. 7. So, Huldra, can you roll again as well as we both roll to see who goes
Okay.
first?
Yes, a straight roll.
Just a straight roll.
Yeah. Okay.
12.
A 14.
Yeah, so it goes Huldra then. Okay. So, Guzgid, it is you first.
Well, no, these are our friends, right?
These creatures sort of start like it's almost a magma like form, this fire demon as it stretches up and gets bigger. It's almost like in a liquid form.
Oh, well, that's not a
low.
that's not a Grey Warden. This'll be fine. I know how to attack that sort of thing, and Guzgid will charge into battle without a care for danger.
There are 5 of these.
I'll take the closest one, like felling trees.
The rest of the wardens do not move. Please make an attack roll for me.
That's good. I like that they don't move. This is a good thing.
That just hits.
Hey! So with my two-handed axe, the damage is 3d6. Oh, is that stunt points as well? Is it on the attack roll you get stunt points?
I think so.
Yeah, I want to say so, yeah.
I can't remember, was it
It's
the
a
attack
full-
roll or the damage roll?
Yeah, it's attack roll, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be attack roll because damage roll varies between everybody.
I will do. Right, okay, so I'll do the damage for the first axe attack, then that's 13 damage. I will lightning attack to make a second attack against the same enemy. With a 17, doing another 3d6. And I'll use, that's 25 damage altogether, and I'll use my last stun point to stay aware. You take a moment to make sure you're mindful of everything that's happening around you. Make a target number 11 perception test, which I just narrowly succeed. The GM may either make you aware of some battlefield situation that has so far escaped your notice, or give you a +1 bonus to the next test I make.
What I will tell you is one of the demons, as you're attacking this one, is moving around the side to close you in behind you. But it's Harbek's turn. So,
Oh, time to do what we do.
Harbek doing?
Harbeck kind of like looks at the scene, shakes his head a little bit, tries to get out of thinking about the cube, and he hefts his shield up, and then he runs down to this other demon that's about to close Geared in, and he is going to attack it with his maul.
Just go for it.
6 + 3. Oof.
That is a
11.
miss, I'm afraid.
He's not feeling well.
No, you
Doesn't have his-
swing, and that head that you swing your mace, but
Mhm.
you hear that voice once more call your name, just Harbeck. And as you do, it completely distracts you, and you just are thrown off.
Mhm.
Nara, it is your turn. Your pocket is on fire.
Okay. Is it like, have I taken the cube out of it, or?
I don't know, have you?
'Cause I think I mentioned it. Yeah, she's the moment it's on fire, she's like got it out, put it on the ground, like patting herself out.
You can probably shake your pocket, and it burns through and drops.
Alrighty. Yeah, she pats herself out. Hopefully that doesn't take like an action, does it? This is a D&D
No,
rule,
no.
is it?
No.
Thank you. Kind to you. I'd like to use a free action to hide, or so I can get my backstab.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so I just gotta roll a stealth check. Yeah, just plus 3. It's a 14.
Yeah, on a 14, whilst all these demons seem to be very distracted by Guzgid that has charged in towards them, and Harbeck that's come around the side, and you were able to follow a line of rocks around and down behind these. It is
Do I-
Harvey's turn.
Oh,
Sorry?
that's just a free action to hide
Oh, was
for
it? Okay.
backstab. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. No, go for it.
I'd like to use a minor action to aim, so I have
Mhm.
another +1 to the attack,
Yeah.
and then I have a +2 for the backstab as well.
Which one are you aiming for?
So, is there any near Alia at all?
There is one heading in that direction.
I'm gonna aim for that one. Yeah. So I'll aim for that one. Fire, so it's 3d6 plus 3, then 2 for the backstab, then 1 for aim. Yay,
Yeah.
so it's a 20 to hit.
Oh yeah, that is
Yeah.
a good hit.
Okay, so it's plus perception for a bow attack, and then +1 for thing. And it's 2d6 because of my backstab. Okay, awesome. So it's 2d6 plus 5 damage. Wow. Okay, 9 damage though.
Perfect. Harvey, it is your turn.
We need all the help we can get. I'm gonna run up to Alia and like slap her in the face as hard as I can to try to wake her up.
Do you not? Yeah, roll it. Roll slapping her in the face.
A strength.
It's just a straight up go punch her in the face. I tell you what, if you... Oh, okay. I was about to say, if you beat a 12, you can wake her up. But
Damn, I
as
got
you
double.
You sort of slap her, and for a moment you look like she's out of it, but as her head falls back and looks up at the sky, she remains out of it.
If I pull her, will she start walking, or is she like glued to the ground?
She's not glued to the ground, but she doesn't necessarily walk. This would have to be a pick her up moment.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll just stand by her and load my crossbow to aim at the demon thing that's walking towards her.
Yeah. Okay.
And then crossbow. Oh yeah, I increased my dex last time.
We've also hit 10 retweets, Alice.
Perfect.
Woo! And I
Cool.
got some stunt points.
Got stump points. It does not hit though.
Okay.
Right.
Does that mean that are they still usable if I don't hit them?
No, I think you have to hit for them to be usable. But first of all, Guzgid 1, Huldra 2, Nara 3, Harbeck 4, and Harvey 5. Let's roll. 4. Please roll me a 1d100. Let's have a look. 62. Oh, okay. It is Huldra's turn.
So first of all, Huldra wants to put down the dying Ariana on the floor.
Yeah.
The ground. Tucked, I don't know, behind not under a rock, behind a rock.
I was gonna say, don't put her under a rock.
And I also, is there an action to like, I guess, investigate the surrounding, or like, I want to figure out what they are looking at, what magic is
Yeah, if you want to
corrupting them, I
do it
guess.
as a straight up perception check.
Yeah. Plus something. Yeah. 3 ones. Not really. 10.
On a 10, you see them stare up at this swirling sky. Just this huge, almost like a whirlpool in the sky. This green energy.
Do I notice like anything else with it? What type of magic it is, or any shapes?
Not
in
on
the...
a 10.
Okay. I don't see any shapes or anything in
No.
it. Okay.
This looks like it's the Fade. You know that the Fade is a weird place that warps so much. And now the demon, the one, rushes out towards Guzgid. Let's have a look.
Can I get you a ladder? So you can get off my back. Oh, damn it, I think that hits.
With 2 dragon die as well.
Yeah,
Also 6
yeah,
points.
So
come at me, brah.
it sort of like stretches and leans towards you. It stretches out and leans towards you and engulfs you in this fiery, almost liquid, thick, dense form, and you feel it stick to you, and you feel it sear, and you feel it burn. And please take 12 damage.
No problem.
As you do this, the other one comes lurching forward towards you again. So on a 12, does that hit?
Armor reduces the damage from the hit, right? It doesn't stack with the defense.
Yeah.
It doesn't stack.
Damn it, that hits.
Okay. And another 12 as it reaches out again, and you feel this heat. It's as it's actually closer to you. And Harbeck, as this one that you swing and a miss, it notices you. The 24 hit you.
Yeah, a 24 hits me, Alice.
And again, this one, oh, why am I keeping rolling 12s? This one sort of again reaches out, and it's almost like it tries to reach out and reach its arm around your arm with the mace, and it sort of falls through, but you can feel it pull your arm down. You're able to break free of this, but it's almost like a burnt handprint rests on you.
Does our usual armor reduce damage from this?
Oh yes, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right.
It is Guzgid's turn.
Well, I whistle while I work, and my work is chopping down rage demons. So I'm gonna swing again. 14!
That is a hit.
With only two stun points this time. Let's see. These things don't have armor, right?
No armor.
And they don't have well, I know they have arms, but I mean arms. Are they bearing arms?
No, they are like a form of liquid magma.
Well then... I guess I'll make this a mighty blow. I'm gonna add a 1d6 onto my attack.
Mm-hmm.
I have 17 damage.
That is good.
On the same one, so that's a total of 42.
Yep. I can't believe I got that right so quickly in maths. I just want to say I'm really proud of that. Harbeck is one that has just grabbed your arm, and you can see in this sort of almost yellow burning eyes it stare at you as you can pull your arm away.
Is it my turn?
It is.
Then I'm gonna smack it with my mace. 3. Come on. 14.
That is a
14.
hit. That is a hit.
God. Okay. Oh, and I got doubles. So I have 3 stun points to spend. What stun points do I want to do? Oh. Okay. So can I I know. Nope, I'm just gonna use Mighty Blow and inflict 1d6 extra damage. Yeah. Slash R 4d6 plus, or wait, how many d6 does this thing do? 2. So 2d6. Math, everyone. Plus 6. 12 damage.
12. Yeah,
Smack it in the face with my mace.
Yeah, you can smack it straight in, like where it's been staring at you. You can crack it straight across the face. It sort of like bulges inwards, like this liquid, but its mouth drops again as it sort of screams outright. Nora, it's your turn.
That's me. I'd probably pop my head off and just kind of talk to, like, just maybe just yell out at Harbeck. It's like, Harbeck, the cube, and I point to where it was because I just kind of left it.
Yeah, Harbeck immediately, like, mid-combat shield up, looks at it.
Yeah. And I'm gonna head towards Alia. Can I try for my backstab again as I kind of weave through these wardens and just kind of slip behind them?
Yeah, of course. And you can see Harvey right by Alia, who's standing in front of her.
Yes.
It's about time she's not my girlfriend.
That does hit.
Oh, that's not an attack. That's
Oh, sorry. Yes.
that's the stealth through. But
Yes, you can easily sort of weave. These wardens aren't stopping you; they're frozen in their place.
Alrighty.
But you
And,
can see this rage demon lurch up, get taller and taller near where Harvey and Alia is.
Okay. As I'm walking towards them, I'd like to fire an arrow at that rage demon.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good enough to get a backstab on it.
Oh yes, yeah.
Okay, cool. Again, I'll use my minor action to aim.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 18 to hit.
18 is a definite hit.
Alrighty, so that's 2d6, 5 damage. That's 12 damage.
12. Okay.
I slip on through, and I'm trying to get next to. If I move in, I have 11.
As you fire, you can almost be to the side of Harvey and Alia now, and it is Harvey's turn, and you see Nara weaving towards you. Fire this arrow at this rage demon, which makes it shrink a little bit as it has started to just grow up and up over you, almost stretching upwards.
She's trying to get next to Harvey and Alia.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I kind of want to punch your girlfriend again and wake her up. Try and wake her up.
Oh, roll a 12.
Do what you gotta do. She'll forgive you, baby.
Oh,
You punch Alia straight in the face, and you just hear her. "Oh, what?" And then she looks up at this rage demon and just screams as it's like stretching up over both.
Yeah. I put my 2 hands on her shoulders. Get a grip already. We're in the middle of combat and we need your help. Get out a weapon.
Yeah. Like she's just sort of quickly scrabbles for her bow, and I'm gonna roll her into the initiative. Wow. Okay, she's even after the demons.
Alia, why are you like this?
She's still in shock.
Hell yeah. And then I will fire my crossbow once again at this guy right behind me. Boom.
Yep, that's a hit.
And in death. 1. 8 damage.
8. Okay. It is Huldra's turn.
Okay, so Huldra is gonna what's it called? She's gonna enter what's it called? Blood magic mode.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! And she's gonna take her knife and it's gonna find another place on her and like shit and switch hand again because she has so too many scars. Put a cut in her hand, and she takes 3 damage and start channeling her magic, and she's gonna use the spell Drain Life on the one that looks most hurt.
Okay, so that is the one near Guzgid right now.
Okay. So... Oh no! What? Why?
That does not make me afraid.
Okay, so I think he takes... I'm gonna double check. So usually with spells, they take half.
Like half. I was gonna say it takes half.
Yeah. So... only 1d6 then. So he takes 1 damage.
Wow.
Feel my power.
And as this happens, Guzgid, the one you see struck almost by this, it's like it starts to shrink a little bit as you feel this energy erupt from Huldra. But it lashes out almost in a desperate attempt and strikes you with 19.
Yeah, 19 hits.
So please take 11 damage as it
Right.
reaches out for you.
Put the damn PDF.
So what's everybody else doing later today? 10 minutes or?
And Harbeck, this one's sort of almost like in a stretched out like arm as it sort of lunges almost elastic, strikes you from behind
Woof.
with an 18.
Yeah, he's still looking for that cube.
Yeah, that one moment where Nara has shouted about the cube has fully distracted you. Oh, hang on. Take 1 off that because I actually put D6, not
A 10?
Yeah.
Damage?
Yeah, 10 damage.
Okay.
As it sort of it hits your shield, but some of the magma sort of flies off and it falls onto your face, and you can feel that burn, and you can feel it just sink in. It is Alia's turn, who has just been screamed at by Harvey and is now fumbling for like this her bow.
Very valid.
And she is going to roll. That hits. So she reaches out and fires. And hits for a 9. And you see this arrow almost just being let loose from her bow, and it goes straight through, almost like makes it's like the magma sort of wraps around it, but you do hear this thing scream Good. It is your turn.
So there's still 4 other of these things, right?
Yep. The one in front of you is shrinking. It looks badly damaged.
Well, hell with it then. I go and swing at the next one.
You're not going to swing at the one in front of you?
No, I'll let someone else finish it off. I'll just do big damage on something else.
Okay. There is one that hasn't been touched yet.
I would like to charge attack. Hang on a second. Let me get the stats up for the charge attack. I remember it being one of my favorites because of the charging. Bonus, a +1 on my attack roll.
Mm-hmm.
A 16! And 3 stun points! Yay! Lightning attack! And an 18. You don't get double stun points on lightning attacks, unfortunately. But the damage would be... poor. 21.
This is one that is sort of fresh. It's been coming up behind the other one. You can see it has started to grow, and as you strike it, you halt it in its path, and it all sort of stretches and comes back. Harbeck, you've just been struck in the face, and there's this magma. You can feel it searing down your face, just like specks, but you can feel it burning.
Yeah, he starts to kind of back up with his shield raised, and then he looks to where the cube is, and then he looks at Gersgeard. What's like the status of the rest of the party? Where's everybody around me?
Harvey, you're not great, are you? And nor is Huldra.
Ulra's bad.
Yeah, Harvey and Huldra don't look good. Ariana is either under a rock or by it. Nara looks okay. Nara looks fine.
Nara is untouched, save for a burn mark on her pants.
Yeah.
How far away is the cube from me?
You would have to turn around and run back up.
And how far away is Huldra?
Huldra's back up near the top, I think. Was that where you were, Huldra? You didn't run down into the...
Huldra did not run down. No, she kept her distance.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay. So you're still... Yeah, you're still...
If anything, Huldra is the closest to the cube right now because she's up at the same level where you can see this crazed warden like hunched down, covering his ears, sort of rocking himself, just like, no, should have been quiet.
He is going to sling his shield onto his back and then turn around and bolt towards that cube.
Okay.
He's going to kind of like dive into the dirt and grab it with both hands.
Okay. You can do that. And you are back up at the top and you hold this cube in your hands and you can feel it burning. But you don't want to go with it. It's not giving you any damage, but this hurts. It's almost like the same with the magma that struck your face. But you feel it in the palm of your hands. And as you hold it and take it out of one hand into the other, you see a burn mark of the exact print of the cube on both your hands.
He, so with like the magma on him and the burn marks in his hands, he is just like desperately like shifting faces on the cube and like pushing things in, and just trying to get it to do anything.
Okay. Roll me is going to be the equivalent of like a sleight of hand. So going to be like a dex.
That's not a dex.
Yeah.
A dex? Okay. Yeah, it's pretty good dex. 11.
On an 11, I will let you roll this again next turn if you want to keep doing it. But on 11, nothing happens. You see you frantically twist and turn this cube, and again you hear it whisper your name, just Harbeck, because it does, and the steering gets hotter and hotter.
Yeah, I know, you bastard. Just do something.
Nara, it is your turn. You have seen Harvey walk up to your girlfriend, punch her in the face, and Alia has woken up and fired an arrow. Even though she's rather panicky, she's freaking out, but she is in the moment and firing.
Yeah. Nara's gonna kind of sidestep around to be on the other side, like, so the demon is between them, I guess, like around a bit. She's gonna, again, same thing, slip into the crowd, roll a stealth to get that backstab.
Yeah, go for it.
So this is a stealth roll, so 14 for that one. And then again, aim and fire. Ooh,
One. Okay.
Alrighty. I'd like to. So I have 2d6. It's 2d6 plus 5 for the damage. I'd like to use a lethal blow using 5 of my stunt points to get another 2d6 on top of that.
Yep.
And I'd like to use the skirmish ability to move this thing. It says you can move yourself or the target of your attack 2 yards in any direction for each stunt point you spend. I don't know how it would work, but I just like anger it, and I'd like to make the thing move 2 yards towards me as I whistle to it, and it's like, I'm the one you want, and get them away from Alia and Harvey.
Yeah, you can almost just scream at this thing as a big old distraction, and as you do, it sort of twists round and its jaw drops and screams at you, and you don't feel like the breath, but you feel heat, like a wave of heat hits you as it lurches around towards you. And as you strike it, it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good.
Yeah, she does like the finger in the mouth, like loud, like very sharp whistle to get this thing's attention, and like waves it over. And then she's like, immediately you see their face. Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, this thing is now fully focused on you. It is Harvey's turn.
Sorry, there's some car work being done right outside my window. I live next to a repair shop, so you're gonna hear some gnarly crap. How did the backstab? I thought it was just a bonus attack.
So the backstab, essentially you have to roll a stealth check versus a perception. If you succeed, then that means you've hidden, and you can and they don't see you coming. The only thing is you can't get a backstab on a monster that you start your turn like right next to. So you have to kind of move away, hide, and then come back. So if you're using melee stuff, but for ranged, it's fine. You just pepper it and then hide, duck behind a rock.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a free action to do that, I think.
All right. Well then, let's shoot it with the crossbow first. Let's do that. Bam!
Yeah.
Ooh, more stun points. Alright, now I need to look at this list of stunts. Oh, wait, let's roll the damage first. Or is this supposed to happen at the same time?
The stun point will give you damage as well, so you can always add it onto that or roll it separately. We'll take it into account either way.
I guess I'll use okay. I'll do a mighty blow. I'll use 2 of those stunt points to do a mighty blow.
Yeah, go for it.
And another 1, because when I leveled up, Pierce Armor only costs 1 stunt point for me now. So it's going to be an extra d6 of damage, as well as finding a chink in my enemy's armor, even though it's just magma.
It's just magma, but it's the addition, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So for the attack, I got an extra d6. A boom. And it's only 9.
It is 9, and I'm assuming you're attacking the one Nara attacked as it turns its back to you.
Yeah.
Okay. As much as it's only 9, it's looking really bad right now. It's being fired at both sides. Huldra.
Nice.
It is your turn.
Okay, Huldra is like starting to breathe heavily and like, Okay, I'm out of options. And she one final cut, and she smears the blood on her hand, and she puts her hand in the dirt, and just an aura spreads out in the area, and you guys now have +3 on your damage. And I'm gonna take damage for that.
Yeah.
Let's see. And now Huldra is kind of like, I'm just gonna help Ariana to.
Gonna pop a Scott for a bit.
Yeah, it's like she's out of mana, she's out of health, she's like.
Yeah, if anything, Harbeck, you see Huldra stagger slightly, just out of weariness, and just energy is gone. Guzgid, it is your turn. Which one are you attacking?
I feel invigorated. How do all these demons look right now? Which one looks the strongest?
The one that looks the strongest is the one you were just attacking, and there's also one more that was attacking Harbeck, but Harbeck's legged it.
Oh, Harbeck's legged it. How's everyone else looking? Is anyone else getting attacked? Or does it look like anyone else is about to get attacked?
Nara,
I just aggroed one.
yeah, she's sort of pissing a rage demon off over there, but also Nara hasn't been hit yet.
Okay. And everyone else looks okay. They're just okay. Well, come one, come all. I'll attack the one that's in front of me. I'm not gonna use a charge attack because I'm right next to it, but I believe I can sacrifice some defense to do an all-out attack, which means I'll get another +1 to my damage.
Mm-hmm. And you get the extra damage that Huldra.
Yes, indeed.
That's a +3 extra.
Oh,
14 hits.
That's 14 hits.
Yeah.
That's fortunate. Take 15 damage.
Yeah.
And
this one, again, not looking great, but it's still going strong.
Sorry, did you add the +3 as well?
I did, yeah.
Sweet.
And I think Guzgid will kind of call out, if anyone has any bandages, I could certainly use some healing action. Heal action. Heal action. Help me.
I'll help you.
As Huldra stands and passes out. Harbeck, it is your turn.
True. So Huldra's weary beside me. Everybody else kind of doing alright given the situation. It's not the worst. Like, hey, you know? Yeah. Harbeck is fiddling with the cube and it's burning his hand. Where's Nara in relation to me?
You're probably, well, you've legged it back up the step, so she is in the thick of it after going after Alia.
Oh, right, yeah, she's like way away.
Yeah, I'm like way in the thick of it, and there's a rage demon probably between me and you. That's a little pissed off at me.
Harbeck is fidgeting with the cube and it's burning his hand and he has lava on his face. And it's not doing anything and it's not responding. Like, come on, you bastard. I've seen you do it before. How do I get it? And he looks up and he sees the like rage demon looming over Nara and Harvey and Arlia. And he just like, he's messing with it and it's not doing anything. He says, stone take you bastard. And he takes the cube and he just chucks it. And he takes his longbow off of his back, which he's had this whole time. And he's going to just fire a shot at this rage demon.
Yeah, Austin, roll for me.
/R 3d6. It's plus dex for attack and then perception for damage. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 16.
Ooh, yes, that's a hit.
And I got 6 stun points. Fuck this thing. Let's see. It's just the one there.
Yes, there's just one sort of in between them, but it's growing.
Then I am going to use rapid reload for 1 stunt point, and I'm going to use lightning attack and mighty blow. So I'm going to do an additional attack with an additional 1d6. But first, I guess we'll roll damage for the first attack. 3d6 plus perception. What is his perception? Oh, that's not much. 12 damage. And then he's going to attack again. 3d6 plus 3. So it's 12 hit. And then we're going to do... Oh, I did that math wrong. Oh well. Okay. Plus 4. 8.
8. As you do this, you throw the cube in almost like a rage as it happens. You pull out this arrow, and for a moment it's like static, and energy flies around your fingertips, and you let loose this arrow. And Nara and Harvey, as this creature gets bigger and bigger and bigger, stretching above you, this arrow pierces it in its back, and it screams and it shrivels and it starts to sort of writhe as it dies, collapsing, retracting back into the earth where it came, and a dead warden lies where it was.
Can I see that Harbeck did this?
You can see that Harbeck did this.
Yeah, I
He's
kind of give him...
You feel the arrow like whoosh right by your ear.
I give Harbeck a look and just a smile and a nod. It's like, oh, thank God you didn't just chase that cube.
And it is Nara's turn as you see this happen.
Yeah, I give Harbeck a very grateful thank you, and I turn to the ones that are attacking Guzgir.
Yeah, you can see two going for Guzgir. There's one that looks very injured, and then there's another one that it's still standing, but it doesn't look good.
Okay.
One more over to the side. It seems to be sort of, I was about to say swimming, because you know in the game when they do that.
Yeah.
Like it's sort of swimming towards the steps towards Harbeck and Huldra.
Okay. Alrighty. I'm going to attack the one that looks really bad. That's around Guzgir. Again, I'm gonna blend into the crowd because there's a lot of people here. Therefore, there's a lot of hiding places. So that's 3d6 plus my stealth. That's 18 on stealth. So I'm gone. No one sees Nara.
You know what I mean?
I might not hear, but no one's gonna see it.
No.
Alrighty, and again, so I get the backstab on it, and that's plus. I'm gonna aim. So plus 36 plus 6 to hit. It's a 20 to hit.
Yes, that's a hit for sure.
Yeah. And so it's 2d6 plus 4 damage. 12 damage.
Yeah. You take this one out. How do you do it?
I think it's pretty simple. I think she like crouches down and leans and fires the arrow up so it goes up through the head. And so that arrow isn't gonna hit anyone on the other side, I guess.
Yeah. It goes straight up, and it's almost like it gets stuck in this lava-esque form as it tries to consume the arrow, but no matter what it does, again, much like the other one you just saw, it writhes, falls into the ground, and the dead warden lays at your feet.
Oh boy. And again, she's gonna do that sharp whistle and try and at least distract or taunt the other ones towards her.
Yeah.
As she sees that Guzgir is a little bit rough and the other one's going towards Huldra and stuff, so she's like, no, I'm fine. Come get me. Come chase me.
The one that's closest to Guzgir is the one that hears you as it turns and looks around. Harvey, it is your turn. You are muted, Harvey.
How many are left?
2. There's one that looks very bad, and then there's one that doesn't look too bad.
The real bad one. We're
Yeah.
gonna shoot an arrow at his stupid face.
Yep, that's the one heading towards, now heading towards Nara.
Oh, Tay. Boom.
Yep, that's a hit.
All right, and now I still get that +3 from Huldra, right?
Yep. That's on attack, isn't it? What was it, Huldra? Sorry.
Or is it damage?
It's damage. So
Damage,
first
damage.
you need to hit and then you can add it.
Okay. So boom.
Awesome.
13 damage.
Yeah, you again describe how you kill this thing, as it's sort of turned from Guzgid and now it's sort of reaching towards Nara. Nara, and it is getting close, but Harvey, how do you kill this as it reaches for Nara?
I guess if its arms are out, Harvey is just drawn to the most uncomfortable places to possibly aim for, so she aims for its armpit.
Yeah.
And fires an arrow there.
Yeah. It strikes through, it goes up under the arm, out the other side, and through where you can assume probably its head would be, as it sort of arches to the side and bends, and almost like an explosion of fire as it falls to the ground. And a dead warden lays there. There is one left as it makes its way towards Harbeck and Huldra. Huldra, it is your turn. You can see this one lurching more towards Harbeck than you, as you've sort of backed off, but you can see it.
Okay, Huldra is gonna try to take up Ariana and just try to back off even more.
Yeah,
make
you can
distance.
back up. Yeah, you can back right up, sort of drag Ariana with you. It is the demon's turn as it goes towards Harbeck. The 14 hit.
Yeah, just barely.
Just okay. It's 13 damage as you've sort of let loose this arrow and it's almost distracted you, like you haven't seen this, with the mixture of firing to protect your friends and the cube still whispering in your ear. You get struck again. It's almost like it backslaps you, but it's a backslap from this rage demon. Alia, it is Alia's turn. She sees this happen and quickly takes aim. 14 hits. Hey. It is Guzgid. It is your turn. You no longer have any demons around you, though you see one by Harbeck.
Close range, right?
Very close range.
Perfect.
Just backslapped him.
I turn and charge, adding an extra +1 to my attack.
Just running at all the demons.
Ah!
Definite hit.
Let's see. I
With
scrolled
4 stun points.
4 stun points. Yep. Oh, there's only one left, right?
Yes. And he looks pretty bad as well.
You can double up Mighty Blow, by the way. It's the only stunt you can use more than.
I'm not gonna, though. I'm gonna use a lightning attack instead and add an additional attack. For 14.
Yeah.
Add 3 to that.
That's not damage.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay. And on my final stun, I'm gonna knock it 2 yards away from Harbeck. And I'll roll up some damage now. +3 to both damage rolls.
I would have said so, yeah. It's separate attacks.
So get wrecked with 33 hit points of damage.
Describe how you kill this thing.
I actually don't focus on killing the thing. I swing my axe into it knowing it's gonna be dead and swing it away from Harbeck and stand in front of Harbeck with hand on hips. And I'm gonna start dressing down Harbeck like a sergeant would a soldier. What the hell are you doing, Ufkarok? You're a swording board. What the hell are you doing playing around with cubes and firing arrows? I could have died up there.
But he said...
Hold, don't you get it. I was up here. Okay, look.
You don't think we got enough archers?
we can talk about the strategy of the battle after we confirm that everybody's all right. All right.
Because he's like bleeding out, basically. Isn't he?
Yeah, like battered bird.
Oh, I'm not all right, of Karak.
I know you're not all right. Neither am I. I mean, jeez. And he
Harbeck, you
tries to get the
this is burn. This is gonna
off his
scar.
face.
It's like
Oh yeah.
scarring all the way across your face.
Yeah, he just has like a spatter of burn scars on his face now.
See?
I imagine his hat has blown off during his dramatic archery scene.
I say we have this discussion afterwards.
Yeah.
After we get out of this room.
Can we
I agree
rest?
with Harvey.
Yeah, let's find somewhere that.
We need to get out of. We need to figure out what the hell's going on with these wardens.
Around you, these wardens start shaking their head. Like, what?
Oh, thank
What is-
goodness.
And some of them start to look around them. No.
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 I was
and
gonna
they-
start going and like calming people down.
As you do, as you reach out to them, they're looking down at their hands, and they look at you briefly as they start to fade away. And disappear. The only
Oh.
ones left are these dead bodies of 5 wardens on the floor.
I look at Alia. She's.
Yeah, Alia's just blinking like, oh, where, like, where are we? Like, as she sort of looks up and around, like, oh my god, Nara, and she sort of runs over to Nara and just gives you like the biggest hug, and then draws
Yeah.
back. She's like, where the hell are we?
Oh, from what I've heard, welcome to the Fade.
Oh shit! Like, and she just sort of like looks
Yeah,
down,
inappropriate
rubs
reaction.
her temple. It's you all look terrible. Like, she looks around and feeling got like a burn scum. I think Nara's the only one that's okay
Yeah,
right now.
Nara's unscathed. She hasn't taken
Yeah.
any.
She's the only one that's okay right now.
She knows what's up.
And this place is effectively empty now. It's just an open courtyard. There's some corners, but not like covered.
Nara takes the scarf that we found and puts it back around Alia's neck. And she just kind of chuckles. It's like, you left this behind, silly.
Yeah, I don't remember doing that. And she sort of holds it, but quick like tucks it into her jerkin as well. She looks at the rest of you. We should rest.
Yes.
Alia, do you
Well-
have... Are you able to heal anybody? We have...
I can have a look.
Rest and healing is great, but do you know how to get out of this place? We're all
And-
here now. How do we leave?
From behind you, this warden that's sort of
Oh.
now walking along like in like a squat form is walking towards you, but in a squat form he's only just that little bit shorter than you. It's just like, I know the way, we can go, but we go that way, but you know.
Yeah. Can we go in a while and not now?
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
thing at a time. I
Yeah.
am.
As long as we know the options there.
I'm feeling kind of dizzy.
Yeah, sit down, we'll...
Yeah, you take a
Stop.
rest.
We can stop.
Guzgid is visibly angry, almost shaking with anger as he grips his axe half white knuckled. But he sees the wisdom in Harvey's words and is looking around to see who looks the best of us, who has the most health, who looks the most.
Nara. Nara
Sir,
looks
dude.
like as just happy on a summer's day, like
Sir,
you know.
dudes!
And you got beady eyes too, real perceptive, right? Are you okay to take first watch, Nara? I don't like the idea of sleeping in this place at all.
Yeah, I can do that, but we need to get you all patched up. This is ridiculous. And I look at poor Ariana. I was like, we need to look at her wounds. We need to look at your wounds. You need to look at everyone's wounds.
And Alia looks at you and says, I can bandage everyone up, I can do something.
Thank you. Do we have any clean cloth? I don't have anything on me.
I do. And she sort of reaches out, she's just got this small pack, which she pulls around, which is almost like a leather pack, sort of a satchel. She's like, I've got a few things, I can patch you up, but You're gonna need rest otherwise.
And I pull her down and kiss her on the cheek and say, "Oh, Alia, you're a lifesaver." Possibly literally.
I know.
But,
Sort of, she says very confidently, and she's like, "We need to find somewhere to rest, though. I don't really want to be in the open."
Yeah. This is like a kind of imitation of the tower that we were in, right?
Yeah.
So we know, like, we kind of know the rooms, I guess. It's like
Yeah,
we can,
you know where there are rooms in this place.
yeah, so we can look in the tower. I can scout ahead and make sure there's no one else in there. I'll do that now. Actually, get everyone ready to walk.
Okay.
Ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna sneak out and go to the one tower and just kind of do a quick little roam just to make sure I can't hear anyone else.
Yeah.
And then just find an empty room.
Yeah, you can easily find an empty room. There doesn't seem to be anyone here. In fact, it's very, very quiet.
Okay.
The only thing you can hear is almost like a thundering, but like a thunderstorm brewing above.
Yeah.
But that's it, and you can find a sealed room.
Yeah, I come back down and I wave everyone else. Like, I found a place. It'll do. It's not particularly cozy, but it's covered.
Well then, excuse me. And then she starts marching off.
What? Okay. Can I look up and see the spiral again, or is it gone?
No, it's there. It's just not as bright as before.
Can I be pondering again about that?
Yeah.
And like, and hopefully I will figure something out. I want to know what it is. Wait, a 16. Oof.
It's like just part of the Fade. It's a disturbance. The Fade does weird things to your head. The Fade is a strange place. You never know what's real. You don't know how much it affects the world around you.
Can I see if this? Can I figure out if it's real or an illusion?
Oh, the Fade is very real.
Oh no, the spiral thing.
Yeah, it's very real. It's the Fade.
Okay.
It's very, very real.
That spiral is real, everyone.
Yeah.
Julie knows it.
I'm
Aldra
pretty-
says
I'm
with
pretty
like no blood in her body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like
You're
she's not dying.
delirious. Come sit down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's not dying. She's just dizzy, and if she wasn't pale already, she's definitely pale now.
And you can go up to this room, and it's very much like the room you were in before, but it's a lot more broken, a lot more worn, and you can look out over the courtyard, the very same one you walked through in the real world.
Harbeck is still out there. He is standing over the cube in the dirt, looking at it. He has his shield and bow on his back, and he has his mace in his hand, and he's just kind of watching it quietly.
It does nothing at all, but your hands, yet another scar from today. Patterns are burnt into your hands.
He looks at him, and he's gonna kind of like memorize them as faces that the cube had at one point. And then he is going to take his hat, find it, and then he is going to use it to scoop up the cube, and then he's gonna kind of like just like tie it into a big ball, basically, and then take it with him back up to the room that everybody's in.
And Alia starts immediately working away on everyone, just patching them up. She seems to get very demanding at this point. She's like, sit there, don't move. I said hold that there. Like, and she sort of starts really telling them what to do, that she's taking no nonsense.
My girl.
And Guzgeared, even though it's you, it's like she forgets who you are for that moment, and she's got like she takes off a piece of material and almost like a bandage sort of thing, and she's pressing it against your head, and she takes your hand and puts it, it's like, don't let go of that for a second. And then she starts rummaging about in her bag and starts bandaging up part of your head. And Harbeck, there's some sort of salve that she's dabbing on your face, and it feels very cool. It hurts at first, but it cools right down, almost icy. And again, with Harvey tending to your wounds, and she's just trying to patch you up effectively. And Huldra as well. She checks on Ariana, but she's basically telling you all need to rest. Like proper rest, like sleep. I know that's a terrifying thing here, but you need it.
If there's like a pile of anything around, be it old papers, rubble, whatever, Harvey goes and like burrows herself into it and passes out right away.
Yeah, you can fall asleep straight away. As I said, this is like the room you were in before you came into the Fade, so it's almost very familiar. You can just see more debris. As I said, it looks out onto the courtyard where the well was, and you can see the balcony all the way around.
I looked to Ali. I was like, "What about you? Are you hurt at all? We followed your tracks. I noticed you had." I look at her legs. Like, are they fine?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine. She looks like maybe bruised, but that's it. It doesn't seem to be anything else. And she sort of puts her hand on your shoulders. Like, are you okay?
Yeah, she dresses down at herself. I think the only mark on her is maybe like a very mild burn on her leg.
Yeah,
She's like, I'm good at keeping away from the thick of it, I guess.
Okay.
She gestures down at herself. I can't really afford to take a hit right now.
No, but
Don't I look rather dashing there?
We'll be fine. I'll keep an eye on everyone for me. If anyone looks worse, wake me up. But
I'll keep an eye out.
Rest. And she sort of smiles at you, rubs your shoulder, and goes to prop herself up against the wall, not too far from Harvey. Probably just to keep an eye on Harvey. Are you all sleeping right now?
Yeah, Huldra falls asleep.
I'll be at the door.
Yeah.
I'll be at the door, just kind of, one, so I can keep an eye on the courtyard to see if anything's coming over, and two, so I can listen in on the room if anyone's breathing starts to sound ragged, or anyone starts to like sound bad. I'm on it.
Good. Will be soldiers sleeping. Any armor that's had to be removed for injury care, he'll leave removed, but other than that, he's sleeping in as much armor as possible, axe across his lap in the upright position, leaning against a rock.
As you're doing that, I need you to roll me a perception check then, if you're soldier sleeping.
Okay.
On a 15, first of all, you think it's like a dream whilst you're sleeping. But you just hear, I'm waiting. I'm just waiting for him to come back.
Open my eyes immediately.
You hear Terrail as he said, no, I was told to wait here with trouble.
I jump up. Am I still at the campsite?
You're still at the campsite. You hear this voice almost as if it's coming from the courtyard below by the well.
I'm gonna sound the alarm. I'll bang my axe aft against the ground twice and be like, Trail's in trouble! And start bolting towards where I'm going.
Whoa. What? Terrail? What?
Guzgiz's running.
Does Nara hear anything at all?
Nara, you do hear this.
Oh, okay. So
Brought to your attention by Guzgid. Guzgid seems to have heard it. Guzgid, where are you running?
In the well, you said, right?
By the well. It's the same place you left him.
Wait, are we in the Fade or not?
You're in the Fade.
I'm so
like
confused.
It's like the fade version of the area we
It's
were
like
in.
a mirror, essentially.
Yeah.
Well,
So
Just in
hell.
a parallel universe.
For stone's sake, sit down. I hear it too. I'll go investigate. You need to rest.
I'm not resting without a watch. You can, you go investigate. I'll take your place.
Yeah. Or Alia can. All of you need to rest.
Well, I'm not sleeping if Terrell's in danger.
Yeah.
It's time to go. We've rested enough in this place. Ugh. I want to get out of here.
You can look down into this courtyard where you are. You can look down. If you so want to.
Yeah.
Okay. Harbeck, if you look down into this courtyard, you see Terrell sat up against the well, but it's not like he's there. He's almost part see-through, part solid. You know this could be just a reflection of him. And you just hear him again.
No, I said I'm waiting here.
And you hear Trouble barking, but you can't see Trouble. But you hear him barking.
They said that they need me, and that they're coming back.
And you hear a deeper voice. They're not coming back. They don't need you. I need you. And you hear Terrell go,
I don't believe you.
Hell yeah, Terrell.
Yeah, you tell him. I just hold a hand out for Harley. Like, I'll investigate if Fate plays tricks on you, and
Go
that none
now.
of you are in.
Look,
I book it down. I book it down. But I'm like kind of crouched down, got my bow out, and I'm gonna go towards this hollow Terrail.
you can head down there, and the rest of you can see this. You can literally watch Nara swiftly move down these steps.
I'm gonna go with Nara.
Yep, you can wake up and you can head
For fuck's sake.
behind.
I left the boy there. I'm coming with you.
Okay, just be careful.
And you see this almost spiritual form of Terrell stand. And he looks a bit shaky, but he stood there in his little chainmail. He's still got your dagger like in both hands. He's like,
I said no.
Are we near his like
yeah,
spiritual figure?
You can run straight in front of him.
I'm
Okay.
gonna try and put my hands on him. Go straight through.
Nothing, like hand goes straight through. There's no acknowledgement from him.
Yeah.
It's like he's having a conversation with something that's not there to you.
I'm gonna speak. I was like, Terrail, it's Nara. Can you hear me?
I'm not going.
And he's not looking at you. He's looking up. And when I say he's looking up, he's looking up. Whatever it is he's talking to, it's big. And it's tall. And that same gruff voice comes in again. They don't want you. They don't need you. They're not coming back. This was their way of dumping you here. It's not. Why don't you come with me?
Man, fuck this guy.
If I look down into the well, does it look deep or
Yeah,
does
it looks very much the same before. Maybe almost like if, say, you'd had too much wine or you've been really drunk or you've got like a fever, it's sort of hazy. But it looks exactly the same, just grayer.
All right. Harvey does not know how the fade works, and neither do I. So we're just going to start shouting and assume someone will hear me. And I'm gonna say, "Good boy, Terrell, stand your ground. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about." And every once in a while, she'll go and shout into the well and shout up at the sky and shout at his figure, just like wherever the voice will go. Take it, hear me, Terrell. We're with you. Stand your ground.
As you start doing this, start screaming at every part you can. The rest of you probably see Harvey just losing her shit. Like, she's just going off on one. She's just yelling and screaming. And Trouble, you can't hear him, but he's barking like mad as soon as Harvey starts yelling.
Harbeck, go for it.
Terrell just sort of...
Did we hear trouble? Yeah.
It looks like he may have heard, but you're not sure.
Harbeck is literally running down there to them now. And when he gets to him, and he can hear Harvey like yelling all this stuff, and he's like, "Trouble, you hear me? Trouble, don't you let him take Terrell. Don't you let him do anything to Terrell. Trouble, attack."
And there is a growl. There is barking. There is snarling. There is just, you're not too sure what it is. But Terrell looks around and you can see him backing up to the well. And he looks down the well. In a very small voice, he's like, "Harvey? Harbeck?" Like, as he sort of calls down. And
We got you,
turns
kid.
and he looks down this well, and as he does, as soon as it touches him, that's when you can see it. A huge stone hand grabs him, almost taking his complete chest in one palm, and you see him lifted off the ground. And he just starts with this blade, with the blade Nara gave him, is just hacking at this hand, and it seems to be splintering off of this huge stone hand. Then you hear a voice. "You're coming with me, boy." And you hear 2 sets of footsteps. As Terrell screams, he's pulled and disappears.
2 sets of sound. Fucking murder this motherfucker.
You hear Trouble going insane. He's barking, he's growling, he's snarling. But soon, even the sound of his barking dies away, almost like it's running off into the distance.
I want to dive into the well.
Like, help me.
Just one dive.
Yeah.
At least
I'm
we can
kind
tell
of with
Ruckles-
you. Like, Harbeck wouldn't know this, but if that's how you got in the well, or if that's how you got in the Fade, if there was a portal in the well, and maybe how we get out of the Fade.
I don't know.
We're gonna find out.
If you guys are asking how we get out of here, didn't this crazy guy you say knew the way out?
Oh yeah, the Grey Warden.
Oh yeah. Hey,
Yo,
hey,
to ask
Grey
Warden.
The
Warden.
crazy guy who's sort of still looking down at this courtyard at you all, just watching you.
Where was the exit again?
This way.
Where is he pointing?
He just sort of points out the door of the place you're resting and starts to shuffle out.
Okay, shall we?
We need
Yeah,
to go. We need to go right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we need to
Harbeck
go
looks
now.
up and sees the Grey Warden kind of shuffling away from the balcony, and he's like, "All right, enough. We need to get up there and we need to get out of here. I'm done." And he just like walks up back to where everybody is.
I'm gonna rush back in and I'm gonna see if Ariana's awake.
Ariana is getting there. She looks a bit like hazy, but she's just like, oh, sort of touching her temple. And then she looks around. She hasn't been awake in the Fade yet, so she.
No, bless her.
To her, this is surreal because she's back in the room that you were resting in,
Yeah.
but it's different.
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of dream is this? Like, as she looks around.
Ariana, calm down.
I am calm. Like, she is not. But she's like, I am calm. And you can tell it's like she's trying to talk herself into believing she's calm. This isn't her being calm. And Alia walks over and is like, whoa, 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 whoa. And just like, to stop her from jumping up onto her feet so she fall back down. But helps her up.
You've taken some heavy hits. I should have told you what this is.
Feels like it.
I should have told you this while you were still sitting down, but we are in the Fade currently. But we're going to make our way out. Terrell's in danger.
We're in the Fade. And she just starts laughing, like almost like hysterics. You're not sure if she's gonna cry or if she's laughing, and she's like, "Oh my god!"
It's been a shit house of a day, yeah, I know.
Yeah, there it comes. Yes, just let it out. But yeah, we're gonna follow this gentleman over there to the exit.
Warden is over by the edge, just like that really awkward little like wave with his
Yeah, we saw Grey Wardens and then they disappeared and some of them turned into demons. Okay, we may have killed some Wardens. Okay.
I'm sorry, we
A
did
lot of
what? Like, as Ariana's... Wait.
We can explain on the way.
Well, hold on. We might
Sorta.
have killed some wardens, but we also might have saved a whole bunch of wardens trapped in the Fade.
They were all standing in the courtyard and some of them started screaming at us. They spoke in a voice in unison. It was scary. What did they say? The darkness has returned. That's all I got time to write because I'm a very slow writer.
They said the darkness has returned, the gates thrown open. He seeks to claim the throne once more.
Look at that.
We're having this discussion as we follow
As we are
the
walking,
crazy
yeah,
guy.
Yeah.
Ariana
We
up.
can talk.
Yeah.
And he takes you to the bridge that collapsed, but it's fully intact.
Did we get enough sleep to restore some
yeah,
HP
yeah,
and stuff?
yeah, you were resting
Thank
for
God.
a while. You were resting for a
Oof.
decent 6 hours or so before anything.
Good.
So you
Good.
can all ramp back up again.
Is
Nara might need
my
a coffee, but she's fine.
has my blood returned to my body?
Get that heart pumping.
Yeah, I need some blood pudding or something.
And it's very much, again, it's a weird, bizarre feeling. It's almost like you're drunk or have in a fever. Everything feels slightly wobbly, but the bridge is there. And you see yourselves on this bridge. You see yourselves running as this bridge collapses, but it's not collapsing. It's like another image over an image as this bridge collapses. And Harbeck, you see yourself passed out, sleeping, sort of thrown over the shoulder of Huldra, but you're pushing, you struggle, you fall, you run as you see yourself try to jump off the edge. And Guzgid grabs you, grabs Nara, and you watch them fall. And then the image is gone. The bridge is whole.
Who's that?
So what do we have to do?
And this warden is just walking over the bridge. Just walking.
What?
Are we gonna have to fall down this damn bridge again?
I mean, maybe, alright. If it's for the kid, let's do it, whatever. And Harbeck just starts following the warden.
This bridge looks more intact than the one that you walked across. If anything, it's like it's been freshly built, brand new.
Alright.
Sorry, my pen. Can I have my pen back now? Or you...
No.
I am walking ahead as well with Harbeck.
And you walk across this huge bridge.
I'll take the rear then.
Yeah, I think Nara and Alia are both either side of Ariana, helping her through.
Yeah. And you can walk. And it takes a while to walk over this bridge, but you get over to the other side. And you look up, the sky swirling. And if you look over the bridge, it's just darkness. It's like there's nothing down there at all. Emptiness, not even ground to hit if you fell. As you walk, you see this tower. This huge tower which you saw beforehand when you went in the Fade. And again, it looks very intact compared to the one you saw with your own eyes before. There are people walking on the bridge. Not many. 3, maybe 4. Attached to their backs are demons whispering in their ears. Every now and then, a demon looks at you as you pass it, but they seem too involved. These people's eyes have glazed over. They seem happy as you walk past them.
Is everybody else seeing this?
Yeah.
People are definitely possessed, but we don't have time to mess with that right now.
Don't talk to anyone else.
Yeah, just ignore them.
I think she's got one arm underneath Alia, and on the other hand has the blade, and she's kind of got that ready to pop whenever she needs it.
Yeah, you can see a doorway at the entrance of this this tower, like an archway, where you can see these people going in and out. But they seem to sort of, again, it's like they're not all there. And the bigger the demon or the type of demon on the back of these people whispering, as the whispers get louder, it's like the people fade that little bit more. And you can walk up to this tower. Do you step into the tower, or are you staying on the bridge for a bit where these people are?
I enter the tower. Well,
Yeah,
where's the Grey Warden going?
The Grey Warden is like shuffling into the tower. He's
Okay.
he's
I'll
like he's
follow
on a
him.
mission. He's
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, into the tower.
Yeah, same.
I look at Harvick and make sure he's not going to chat to a demon, or if there isn't like a demon there.
Yeah, no.
Someone just kind of catching piggyback.
As you all walk in, first of all, Harvey, you step in through this archway. You're on your own. No one else has walked through this archway with you. You're in a room, and it's your home. There's a fire burning in the hearth, and you see your Mabari barking happily. Your husband's Mabari jumping up at you as it comes in, excited to see you.
Oh, you literal scamp, it's so good to see you. And she has like a moment where she completely forgets where she is and starts like rolling on the floor, starts playing with him and cuddling him and all of that. And then realizes what the fuck she's doing. Wait a minute. Are you really here?
And this dog just gives you like a happy bark and licks you up the side of the face. This lick feels strange. Not quite how you remember it, but he sits there, proud, ready, and from a door in the side, it opens, and your husband walks in. Oh, you're back early? Everything all right, darling?
Oh. How young does he look?
He looks pretty young.
Well.
Probably how you last saw him.
Ooh, Rictus, darling.
You look
You
down
look
at yourself. You're young.
I'm gonna walk to the front door and like look outside
You look
from where
outside.
he just entered. Yeah.
The usual view from your home.
Well, I'm gonna make a perception or check for traps.
You can make a perception check if you wish.
Yes.
On an 8, you see your husband smile, and he holds his arms out to you.
Oh, you know what? It's been long enough. And then she runs and goes into his arms and gives him a kiss on the cheek.
He hugs you. You feel his arms wrap around you, and it's that tightest squeeze. That one that you've longed for so long. You haven't felt this hug in such a long time. He gives you the biggest kiss on the cheek and strokes your hair.
She's melting into it.
Yeah. You're home now.
Well, it certainly feels good. But I have some friends with me. I'd really like to bring them too.
Friends? Who?
Well, I don't know. They disappeared. I need to find them.
You're so funny, Harvey. And he smiles again. I tell you what. I made dinner. Come sit down. And this Mabari is hopping around you, like bounding up and down.
Harvey's playing along. I mean, she loves it. She loves every second of it. She wants to believe it. So she's kind of playing along to see what's gonna happen. But since I don't know what to do yet, she's like, okay, let's have some dinner. I'm pretty starving.
Okay. You can sit down at a table. It's almost like a blip. You're already sat at the table. There's a plate of steaming hot food in front of you, an ale in a tankard next to it. The Mabari is snoozing by the fire and your husband sits opposite you. I need you to make another perception check.
That's better.
On a 16, there's like that blip again. You look down at the food and you just see the ground. You look up at your husband and there's that smile, and it's like a split second. You see this very feminine, almost woman-like figure. Horns coming out the side of her head, a pinkish skin, black eyes, long talon-like fingers. As she moves them, this almost like energy, this magic surrounds their fingers.
Okay. Then I want to, from the seat, she says, darling, this is delicious. Thank you so much for making dinner. I've missed sitting at this table with you for a long time. And she slowly gets out of her chair and like saunters over to behind his chair and starts like rubbing his shoulders, and it's like, I've wanted to sit by you for so long, and starts slowly like kissing him down his neck and all this stuff, but preparing to backstab.
Yeah. Roll for me.
No, that's wrong. Okay. So it's a +2 to the attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm.
Describe, because I know this hits and it is going to kill it in one because you're disrupting the dream. How are you killing this thing? Are you literally just stabbing it in the back?
Yeah, as she's doing like the classic rubbing of shoulders, kissing down the neck and cheek, she's pulling out her dagger from the back and snaps up very quick and shoves it at the back of the neck, just below the skull.
As you do, you hear a scream erupt from your husband's mouth. A penetrating scream, and for a minute it flicks from his image to another, and it's like everything starts to melt away around you. And your husband's face turns to you. Is it Harvey? And he falls down dead on the table. And before you lies a desire demon on the ground in this empty room in this tower.
She's gonna kick it. She's gonna kick it right in the face on the floor and be like, I've lost my husband enough for one goddamn lifetime. She's really upset now.
Yeah.
And is like huffing, trying to find everyone else.
Uldra, you walk into this archway.
Mm-hmm.
What do you step into? What is Huldra's safe place? What is cozy?
Huldra's safe place would probably just be a really, like, I guess cozy home, like a little fire, like a couple of chairs, little wine bottles, and a lot of cushion. What's it called? Pillows.
Cushions.
Like, cushions, yeah. Like over the top, cozy thing. Yeah, a little cabin somewhere.
And you're sat in this place. You find yourself that you've walked in under this archway, but you're already sat in this chair. This chair by the fire. And there's a knock at your cabin door.
She knows it's the Fade. She knows what's up. She is gonna sit there silent. A little bit like I've been expecting you.
The door opens. And a woman stands there. Hello. You don't
Hello?
recognize this woman.
And who are you supposed to be?
And the face smiles. Who are you supposed to be?
I am Huldra.
I am Huldra.
Okay, I had enough. Let me out of here. And I'll go to the wall and try to like see if I can go through it.
You can push on the walls. Nothing happens. This woman twists and turns, and you see yourself stood there.
I did not expect that. Alright, I'm off. And I exit the little cabin.
You open the cabin door into a forest.
I'll start walking.
You can walk and walk. Are you just not stopping?
She continues to walk. She's like, where's the exit? Where?
You walk through this woods, and it's a beautiful place. but this woman, this person that resembles you, follows you. You can't run.
I am running. I'm walking away from you.
She starts to sprint after you.
Helraya stops and like, okay. What is it?
What is it?
Hmm. I'm an idiot.
And as you say that, the huge neck brace appears back round your neck and your mouth. Chains on your arms. You feel heavy. Very heavy.
Alright, how do I get out of this mess?
It looks at you. Run.
I don't... You see, now that you said that I'm supposed to run, I don't really want to run.
I know.
Because you're me? Oh, no you're not. Can I try to punch her?
Yeah, you can try to punch her.
Okay. They're all.
Wait. Straight up.
And we all know how well I've been rolling today. Plus strength.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 10.
You sort of swing and a miss.
Oh, okay.
And it's like she just bends slightly to one side. And mimicking the voice you did when you said, "I'm an idiot," she goes, "Stop hitting yourself."
I want to punch her again. Like, I do a right and I try like a fast left one.
Yeah, you can roll for me.
This is gonna owe me. 14.
And you strike her. And she goes and takes a step back. Hit me one more time.
And okay, I'm gonna try to, instead of punching her, I'm gonna go for trying like a leg sweep, you know? One of those. Is it still strength?
This is still strength.
Ooh, do I have a reroll?
You do have a reroll.
I'm gonna use my reroll then. Probably gonna be worse though. 14.
You swipe, she falls. And she scurries back a little bit and looks at you. Hit me one more
I hit her.
time. Okay, if you are hitting her, the rest of you, for a moment, you see Huldra run. Huldra runs straight out of this archway. She runs to the edge of the bridge and starts swinging madly. It looks one more swing as she goes to do. She's gonna fall. There is a desire demon hovering over the bridge.
Shit. Harbeck's already in the tower.
Can I let go of Ariana and just almost like baseball bat swing like around like hold her stomach to push her back onto the bridge with my bow?
Yeah, roll me a dex check.
Dex, just
as you need to move fast for this, as Huldra is swinging at nothing, and about this last swing,
I might use my reroll if I have one. I
You
don't
do
know, unless
have
it's
a
13. I do. Oh god, I'm worried.
You can do it.
I'll use it. Okay, well, never mind.
I shouldn't laugh.
Huldra falls as she swings, and you grab her by the foot, but she is hanging there. Huldra, you snap out of it, and you look into an abyss below.
Grabbing a foot. Yelling. It's like, I don't care who, just someone, because I am a very small dwarf holding a very big canary.
Don't drop!
I imagine that I'm like slipping, like on my knees, like slipping forward.
I need you to roll a strength for me.
Oh, I'm great at that.
And Alia is going to run towards you as well.
Okay, strength. I have a tasty +0 in that.
Am I?
Hey, 13. That's not.
You can't pull her up, but you have her held fast.
It might be a spell that can help me, but I'm not sure.
Isn't Gersgeard
I
on
mean,
the bridge?
is Guzgid still around there? Like,
Yeah, Guzkid, you haven't walked into the thing yet. You didn't say you walked into the thing. You're
Oh.
just watching this.
Yeah,
in that case, I'm just gonna
Nara's
sort of
like-
walk over a bit puzzled and just put my hand on Nara's back and just pull Nara and Huldra onto the bridge.
Yeah, roll me a strength, please.
Grab hold.
Would you say that this? No, it's not. I know I'm taking on my next level up though. I had to have a reroll.
You can, though, with the joint strength of Nara and you, slowly pull Huldra back up onto the bridge.
Okay, I'm
What in
okay.
Sam's name are you doing?
I was fighting a demon.
Is that demon still around?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go.
Oh, can we see it?
You can see it, but it's leaving. It's sort of drifting back into the distance. As
I
it's
sort of look at it and
It smiles at you.
Although I dare say, I think swinging at it may have been what got you into this mess. I don't know, but well, Harvey's gone. Yeah.
Harvey's in the archway. I think
Yeah.
Harvey walked in as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just hope the others are like what happened?
it was weird. I was in another. It looked like another dimension again. And it was a cabin, and the demon looked like me. And I started to punch it, and then I was hanging over a cliff.
I look back at that demon that's kind of drifting away, and I just look to the rest of the group like, don't trust anything. But we have to go forward.
Yes.
She kind of looks
Let's-
at Guzkid like, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Guzkid.
Well, stop throwing yourself off bridges for Christ's sake.
Oh yeah. You should tell that to Harbeck as well. Seems like to be an occurring event in this team.
Harbeck is already in there.
Yeah.
Harbeck, you've walked into Orzammar. How it was fine. It's, it's buzzing. You see lots of dwarves around, trading, laughing, going about their daily business. And that cube is in your hand, almost slotting perfectly into that burn.
And he just kind of looks around. I imagine he's in his like much finer Uthkarok like plate mail. And he's looking at the cube and he's looking at everyone. And like this place that he loves more than anything, that he hasn't seen in probably a decade. And he looks at the cube. And he says, You were supposed to bring this back. You were supposed to fix all this.
There is a low rumble of laughter. Again, you can't tell if it's from the cube, if it's in your head. You can hear it.
And he just he's gonna walk through the market, sort of knowing that he shouldn't, like part of him knowing this is fake, but also like keeping an eye out for anyone he recognizes, and just kind of like clutching the cube in his hand.
As you do this, you walk through Orzammar and you do not recognize a single face. In fact, you notice every single dwarf is the same.
Does it look like, what does this dwarf look like?
Just a simple dwarf. Beard, merchant's armor, wear. You don't recognize them. You just hear that voice again. Insignificant.
No dwarf cut from the stone is insignificant. Problem that we have in Orzammar. It's the reason Kal Shirak was cut off. So,
Again, there's that low chuckle.
I think, probably not even realizing it, he probably just walks back to the Uthkarok manse. It's just kind of like the old path that he always walked.
You walk, again surrounded by all of these dwarves that seem to be identical. And then you hear a voice. Harbeck! Harbeck!
He like closes his eyes for a second.
Harbeck! And you can feel a tug from the back of your clothes.
He turns and looks down.
And Terrail is stood there in basically the same clothes you're in. It's like, what do you think?
Yeah, you look dashing, kid.
And he's like stood there with his arms out, like looking around. It's like,
I like it here.
Yeah, you like Orzammar?
I do. Everyone's real nice here.
That's good. I'm glad that everyone's been nice to you.
And I don't have to be a servant or anything.
The second Terrail says that, the kind of reality of what Orzammar is kind of like dawns on Harbeck, and like the way the caste system works and who Terrail would be in Orzammar, and he just kind of is, you don't have to be a servant or anything. Look at you in that Uthkarok plate.
I like it.
and he holds out his hand.
Harbeck just takes his hand. And he says,
And he walks with you.
He walks him up into the manse, and he's kind of like just sort of idly describing like the memories and such that like detailed the history of the Uthkarok like line, and he says, you know, I used to have just a gaggle of siblings. And one of them was kind of like you. And then he stops and he says, no, not really, actually. Nothing like you, but I liked her. Her name was Heba. Never met a more determined warrior, more strict by the books dwarf. But she could... Gosh, she laughed like bells, kid. If you got her going... And he realizes that he's standing in front of, like, the main door to the, like, meeting hall where his mother, the, like, basically commander of all of Orzamar's military, holds all of her meetings. And he looks at it and he looks at the cube and he says, Terrell, none of this is real, right?
What do you mean?
And Harbeck lets go of Terrell's hand and he says, this is all just some kind of fade cube nonsense.
What? No, we're home.
Terrell, this isn't your home.
Yeah. You said we'd be okay here.
You would never be safe in Orzammar, Terrell. And you'd never be able to walk around in Uthkarok Plate as good as you look in it.
And you see Terrell sort of look, not angry, but like a kid that's having a strop. So,
You said you would look after me here. I waited for you.
Yeah, you did. And I got you in a world of trouble. And Harbeck just steps forward and he pushes open the door to the assembly room.
You push open the door. The room is black stone.
Oh.
The room is black stone. The dragon carved into the back wall of this black stone. You see thrones. And there's that cube's voice again. Thrones of the gods are empty. I know because I've seen it.
Who are you?
And there's a pause. A god.
He looks down at the cube. Never really believed in gods or the Fade.
You should. Because the thrones are empty and I will take them.
Is that what you want? Is that why you brought me out of the deep roads? To find you a throne?
Oh. And there's that sort of laugh again. You don't need to do anything for me, but beg that I succeed.
Harbeck looks at the black stone room and the carving of the dragon. And then he turns and he looks through the doorway. Does it still look like Orzammar? Is Terrell still standing there?
Terrell stands by the door with a smile on his face.
Harbeck takes the cube and he holds it in his primary hand. I imagine matching the symbol to that burn. And he says, this whole time I've held on to you so that I could get back into Orzammar, so that I could return Kal Sharok to the stone, become a paragon, and be welcomed back to a society that threw me away, so that I could have my family back, so that I could see Heba, so that I could see my mother and father again. I've held on to you, and you have brought nothing but ruin. And he takes the cube and he just like full on just baseball chucks it at the carving of the dragon.
At the carving of the dragon. As you do, it's like it warps, like the whole image, everything around you warps and starts to melt away as you hear the clank of this cube hit a tower wall and roll to a still. You stand in a room with Harvey.
Harvey?
Yeah?
Take it, you were just somewhere extra personal and fun yourself?
Yeah. Where'd you go off to?
I went to, just like a nice Orlesian bath again. It was, great. Tried to get me to pay for all of it, though. And I was like, not today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure sounds personal.
Oh, it was. Where are we? Are we still in the fade?
You see the warden crouch down like this
Oh.
way as he sort of leaves into
Thanks for the
another
heads up,
way.
by the way.
Hey, yeah, come on. And
he
Harvey
looks at you, he's like-
starts following him.
And he looks at you like, what?
Did you go somewhere? Did you go to a fun place?
This isn't fun.
Yeah, well, you're right. Okay, come on, lead the way.
Well, what about the rest of them? Where are they?
Oh, I thought they were right behind us.
And Nara and Guzgid, you've seen these desire demons, so I'm going to make you roll to see if you see anything or not, because you now have an expectation.
What are we rolling against?
Yeah,
You're going to roll a perception, and you need
Ready.
a 12 to avoid it.
Just a straight no hearing on that one?
No, I'd say you could hear as well,
Okay.
because they talk.
I
No.
piece out of my own backstory.
Yeah, you walk straight through the archway. It's like you feel something fuzz in your head, and you shake it off, and you see the others walking up the stairs, and Huldra you can follow. Guzgid,
Taking up the rear.
you step through that threshold. You are in a room, a cave, head to toe of red lyrium, growing out of every part of the wall there is.
Well, this isn't good.
As you look, it's not growing out of the walls. It's growing out of dwarves that lay on the ground.
Huh. I'm just gonna look around me. Is there any mining equipment around?
There seems to be like a pickaxe that dropped, but you can see it in the hands
Here's your lesson
of one of the dwarves, and you can see him face down. You can see this red lyrium shards growing out of the back of the arms, across the face, and out of the head.
Oh, I was hoping for more like a sledgehammer or something, but I guess my axe will do. I'm just gonna start smashing it. This is magic shit, I don't understand. I'm just gonna smash it.
You start smashing it, and it does. It shatters. It shatters, and it reveals more and more bodies. And soon you are surrounded by hundreds of dwarves. that
Oh,
they
hang on a
did-
minute. What is it like when I smash them? They duplicate, or how does this look?
This red lyrium looks like it's been growing. As you smash the red lyrium, it's revealing the soil it's growing from. These dwarfs.
Do I recognize any of them?
You feel a tug at your back. Your brother. You're scared.
Which one?
Which one do you like the most?
Interesting question, because I thought I hated Trian and I thought he'd be the one that betrayed me. But it turned out the one that I liked, Balin, was the one who was really plotting against me the whole time. So I guess I like Trian more now on account of the fact that he's dead.
He stands behind you, falls to his knees. Half of his face is burst from red lyrium crystals as it has started to grow out all across one side of his body. I can hear them.
What did you do?
I can hear the whispers, scared.
I don't care about your whispers, Trian.
I can hear them. I can hear them.
What did you do? How do I stop this?
It's already there.
Ah, to hell with you! And Guzgid is gonna kill Trian.
You swing.
That's what he was
your
accused of
axe.
doing anyway. He's fucking gonna do it.
You swing your axe. How'd you kill him?
I'm actually aiming more for the lyrium than anything else.
Okay, so down one side of his body, this lyrium is growing. So you almost strike him in the shoulder and keep going. You hear a gasp from his throat. A very raspy sort of gasp as he falls further. And he drops to the floor in a thud.
And Guzgid's gonna look around. Is this a cave or like a mine shaft, or
It's like a cave.
what's holding things up?
Nothing. It's like it's hollowed out of rock. There's red lyrium everywhere.
Well, this is gonna be tricky to collapse.
The arm hurts. A sharp, piercing pain.
I'd like to look at my arm.
You look down at your armor. As you see, it feels like some pressure that stings. As you see a shard of red lyrium slowly start to pierce your skin and grow.
I'm grabbing and
One
pull it out.
As you do, another shard appears on your other arm, and then another, and then another. You hear whispers, you hear screaming. Your head swirls with nausea. The rest of you have started walking up these stairs and you see Guzgid take out his axe and start swinging madly. He's starting to pull up the armor on his arm and pull it off, throwing it aside.
Oh, jeez. Is everyone else through?
Yeah, everyone
Like,
else has
hold-
got through. He was
Oh.
right behind, but he was the last one in the group.
So everyone sees it, or
You see him doing it,
ah,
but you don't see what he sees.
So-
hey, go skid. Ah, and
wanna-
This
Oh, there you go.
you hear a voice. Hey, Guzgid. As a dark spawn
oh no.
throws itself towards you.
Oh no.
Well, red lyrium or not, I'll figure that out in a second. There's only one thing to do with Darkspawn.
Rip.
Can I see this happening and get ready to pull
Yeah,
Holder back?
do I see
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a skid?
Yeah.
Charging.
'Cause-
It's going to be Guzgid swinging versus Nara's dex.
buddy.
And, well, you know if there's a thing as well. If I only see a Darkspawn, I'll be charging.
18.
Oh fuck.
At least there's no stun points.
Can I take the hit?
Roll another dex to see if you're going to throw yourself in front of Holdra.
13.
On a 13, you go to pull Holdra out of the way and you miss, almost falling in front yourself. Guzgid, please roll damage.
Yes, indeed. A measly 10 points. I must have been going light on you.
Nara, you feel this axe sink probably into your back.
Yeah.
More like the side, the fleshy bit down here. And Alia screams and runs forward. At that scream, Guzgid, you snap out of it and you see what you've done.
Well, she doesn't look that hurt. I'm gonna look at my arms.
Your arms are fine.
I'm gonna look around the place. What in the hell happened?
Alia has caught Nara, but then pushes past her. What are you doing?
Well, I thought I was fighting Darkspawn. What are you doing?
Does she look like Darkspawn to you?
Look! I'm a dwarf, okay? I don't understand magic. If your kind brings me through some magic mirror to come and fight magic things and I end up hurting you or your girlfriend, I don't see how that's my fault.
My kind?
Well, isn't that mirror from your kind?
And she glares at you. I think we probably shouldn't discuss my kind after how your kind has behaved. And she backs up, puts an arm under Nara. Nara, it's not too bad, but this stings. It does sting.
10 points is kind of hit. That's like
Yeah.
almost a third of the thing. And
Yeah.
as I said, it's not minus anything. It's straight through the cloth. She's
Guzgid
like,
does feel
breathing
bad,
through it.
but
Yeah, oh yeah, but I don't know what to do.
he's been pretty mad in a way since we entered the Fate. Since we entered the Alluvion, actually. It's just been a string of why the hell are we doing this?
And Alia helps Nara up the stairs. As you can see this grey warden like shuffling up. He's like, come on, like just sort of heading up. And that thundering becomes more real, that thunder in the sky. And you realize that's not thunder. That's not thunder at all.
Wow. It's never thunder.
Roll a perception check.
It's a dragon.
No!
There's always a dragon.
Plus
Yeah, I
one.
think as Nara's being pulled away, she gives Guzgid a look, like a glare as well, but she doesn't say anything.
Because
She
Guzgid
looks
looks sad when
angry.
you look at him.
She looks kind of mad.
Oh my god,
not
what am I
particularly
rolling?
surprised.
Oh my god.
Perception?
Yes, please.
Does
No,
hearing count for it?
Hearing
Hearing?
actually, yeah. 'cause-
Hearing, yeah? Okay.
I almost rolled a full fumble again.
No.
Yeah.
Guskid, Nara, and Harvey. I almost, because of where your Zoom name is, I almost went Grandma. You look over into the distance, far, far distance, like miles away. You see a black city. A tall black city rising up into the sky. And this huge creature, bigger, looming over it. And you realize that thunder is its footsteps as it walks on the ground. It's like a dark spawn, but it's crawling. It has around 5 to 6 legs. It's got sort of mutations and bulges, and the head just looks heavy as it walks past in the distance.
Have I seen this before? Is this what I saw through the mirror?
This is not what you saw through the mirror. And again, the warden is like, come on, as he sort of tries to coax you up the stairs, and he scurries upwards.
Are the stairs heading in the direction towards that thing?
No, he's taking you.
Okay. I was like, I don't think so. Okay.
Pardon me, great warden person. You sure you know where we're going?
Yes.
Yes. Are there any more demon surprises by any chance?
And he looks, he's like, we're in the Fade. I don't know.
Are there any more surprises we should know of?
I don't know.
You don't know, but you know where we're going.
Yes.
Yes. Have you been there before?
Yes.
Yes. How come you haven't left the Fade yet?
I don't want to leave the Fade.
You won't leave the What?
What? Why?
Cozy here.
Mm-hmm.
With that thing roaming around, do you know what it is?
Oh no, don't go near it, don't know. Shh. And he puts his fingers to his lips again.
I get it. Shh. Always quiet. Yes. So no more traps. No more. I don't even know. I don't.
Shrugs.
Oh, okay.
We'll just have to wait and see, I suppose.
Demons wander, they don't stay in one place.
Yeah, and are there only demons here? No, nothing else we should be aware of.
Well, that damn monster over there, but
What?
we're almost
monster?
out.
Is that a monster?
We have to keep going.
I think I need glasses.
It
Alright.
has like 6 legs.
Come on. Let's and Harbeck actually like gets his shield ready and his mace, and he's like, alright, come on. I'm gonna take front. I'll follow the warden, y'all follow me.
Let's stay close, okay? So if any more demons possess anyone, at least we can easily grab them.
Yeah. Everybody just keep an eye on each other, okay? And he kind of shoots a glance at Geared. Make sure nobody starts swinging at anybody. And he just follows the Grey Warden.
Biscuit looks suspicious.
Yeah, Nara
there's-
just kind of pushes away from Alia and straightens up, got a bow out.
This warden scurries upwards and takes you what almost looks like a tunnel. He scurries down. Here. Down here. Down here. At the end. That. And you see like not a well, it's almost like a pool of water, and this water is green. Down there. But this isn't water. This looks very much like what was in the sky.
Down there, see?
And he sort of crawls to the edge and looks down.
Harbeck walks up to it and he looks down and sees like the spiraling green energy. And he looks back at him and he's like, well, does that look like how y'all got here, Harvey, Holdra?
No. And he taps it again. And you see not only this green swirl, but through here, like dwarven statues. A great hall.
What? What is this?
Homes, houses, empty. Forges. You see a darkspawn just lurching around. There's no others with it. It just it's wandering aimlessly off in the distance. You hear Terrail.
Terrail, honey, do you hear us?
There's no reply. It seems more like he's inaudibly yelling.
He's in there with Darkspawn.
Can I roll up? Sorry.
That's right. Saying better hurry.
Can I roll and see if I can hear the conversation?
Yeah.
Eight! It's just one of those days, aren't it? We all have those days where you just roll nothing.
It's not a conversation. It's yelling. It's Terrail yelling.
Get off me!
Well, we better hurry.
Yeah. All right.
Can we start a light jog, maybe?
What's in the floor? I'm already there.
Harvey wants to dip her toes into the pool.
Yep. It's cool, actually. It feels almost like you're dipping your feet into water.
All right. Are you telling us this is the way out?
And this warden sort of nods.
All right. Well, and then I'll turn to the group and say, I'll see you on the other side.
Oh,
and I jump in.
Okay.
You see Harvey disappear in a flash of light.
Alright, well, that's the way out.
Okay. All right. Well then. And Harbeck takes his kind of like usual stance beside the exit and he says, let's go, everybody in.
You're all jumping in.
I help Ariana through first, and before I leave, I'd like to look to the Grey Warden and just kind of walk up to him and just be quite sincerely, quietly, thank you for everything. And she kind of holds up the bow that has this mirror, that
Puts
has
a
the
finger
handkerchief
to
over
its
it.
lips.
Yeah. She just gives a nod, and then she'll head through.
Yeah, Huldra is also like, we appreciate your help. And she jumps in.
What about Gusgid?
You're muted.
Muted.
Guzkid doesn't say a word, but eyes Harbeck and the Grey Warden suspiciously before looking around everywhere, and steps through, turning as he goes, so almost leaving it to the very last second to take his eyes off of everything.
And all of you, in this flash of, you just feel blinded by this green light. I need Guzgid and Harbeck to make a perception check for me, please.
Oops, +1. Oof.
Harbeck, you are distracted. You all land on this stone floor and stand and look up at these giant dwarven statues, this huge walkway, these fires that are lit. Harbeck, that cube is in your pocket.
What?
You just feel it there for a moment. It's sat there, that shape of that cube, and you feel that burning sensation again. It says, I'm not going anywhere. Then Guzgid, you take a step forward. You look at this place. You've heard of this place. You know this is Kalsharok. And that is where we'll leave Dragon Age.
Oh!
Well, shit.
I just keep matrix dodging everything in regards to that.
Ooh.
Y'all seeing like backstory shit? Nah, I'm not here for that.
And Hollor was utterly useless in the face.
I love-
He's like, oh no,
I
my
love-
powers are away, I can't even see anything.
Oh, I love Ultra. I love her so much.
I'm
Oh
going
my
to hand
God.
back over to the lovely Scrap because I need a bio. So I'll be back in a second.
Okay, this week we are going to be doing things a little differently. We are going to be heading over to the Discord where we'll be talking in the Dragon Age chat about this game and our favourite moments, and we'd love to see you over there. In the meantime, the bot is going to spam you with links where you can see all of our social links, all of our places you can support us, and all the other things that we get up to, including information about our sponsors, Major Hand Press and Bird in the Storm Publishing, who make the stream possible, and discount codes around the webs. But that is going to be it for us. We're going to roll credits, and we will see you all next week. Until next time, keep evoking emotions. We'll see you later. Bye.